Hi, I'm Fixes, and this is Hearts of Iron 4, by Blood Alone, where we're playing the German Reich with expert AI. And we've got a few things to do here before we actually start the clock. And I did a little bit of I accidentally came to the unpause button here when I loaded into the game. And we're actually going to trigger the peace conference at the turn of the day here. So we're going to do all this on pause before we get started. And I'm going to cut out the peace conference and post it up in a separate video. But this one is still actual gameplay. Let's see what we've got going on here. These might come in handy. These might too. I don't think there's actually anything here we want to do. It could be, we don't have enough to do either of these to get our war support up. But what we do need to do is to design some aircraft. Let's actually just get rid of everything else here. We can see what we've got in production. First thing we're going to do is we actually found the right picture here for the ME163 too. So we're actually going to upgrade this one. And the main reason is this one costs 20 and it's actually quite useless in terms of range. And we've got some unused potential here. We don't have a decent 3D model for this one though. Oh, actually we do. Well, I take that back. We now have the perfect. We might actually keep this one then. So we're going to swap over to 2 heavy machine guns and 1 cannon. This lowers the production cost a little bit while keeping the air attack the same. Historically, I think they just had the 2 cannons, but we're going a little bit off key here. We might actually want to. We don't have to compare it to that, but we could compare it to something else. Let's say the Focke-Wulfs can put up there, just so you can see something. We're also going to swap over the armor plates here. And we're going to swap them out for non-strategic materials. Historically, this of course was built mostly of wood and I think glued together parts. So it was a very cheap design. Now I still got the rocket engine on here, which kind of makes it crap at anything but interception. And of course severely hampers range. Would be nice to have fuel tanks here, but we are now at our thrust limit, which is where we want to be. This increases our agility quite a lot as well. Even compared to like the Focke-Wulf here, the speed is a big difference. Of course we do have some unused potential here too that we're converting into speed. Reliability also isn't very good on these, but they're interceptors, so it doesn't matter. But this does bring the production cost down by almost 25%. So that's 3 experience is a really big deal here. But we're going to save this one off. See if we can find them here in the production tab. We need to go this way. We'll just pop them in there and we can start building these updated ones instead. Now we unlock the medium airframes as the last turn, or the last episode. So we've got a few medium aircraft here that we want to change. Well, let's I can probably start off with the Junkers 88. In real life, of course, they had a little bit of a problem with. No, we don't want to do this. We actually want to use the new airframe. But we do kind of want to see what we've got going on. So we've got lots of turrets, big engines, radio navigation, extra fuel tanks. Got some rocket rails and some small bomb bays and some heavy machine guns. And they are, of course, heavy fighters. Airframe should be down at the bottom. We haven't removed this one just yet. So let's just start by setting it up the same way. So we have a small bomb base. And we had rocket rails on this one as well, I think. And we had... I'm gonna go a little bit lower on the defensive turrets, I think. Let's actually just put everything in here that we had. So we're starting from the same slate. Extra fuel tanks. 2 engines, big ones. Okay, so this is just Yeah, of course it wants to have the ME410 instead. This of course is the Junkers 188. We've got internal bomb base, and let's just make it the A model. We get to keep the correct picture there. I think this one is. I don't think we've got the correct one here, do we? No. The tail plane is different on this one. This is a ankle, I think. We'll stick with this one. It's fine. We don't see the 3D models that much anyway. So we're going to go a little bit lower on the machine guns. We're going to remove 2 of the turrets. Just to free up, it makes it a little bit more agile. And don't have a lot of air attack on these, do we? We're using these mostly for close air support. So I think this loadout is fairly good. And it's a lot of heavy machine guns. We can probably put cannons on it instead. That would increase its air attack by quite a lot. I think the 188 was built to have one cannon and 2 heavy machine guns forward facing. But we'll increase the armament a little bit here. And I keep the 2 turrets there. For some extra, do we want to do that? Yeah, we want to keep them, but this is the heavy machine gun ones. We want to keep those. The radio navigation gives us a slightly lower night penalty. And I think we might want to get something else on here too. You can see the production cost of these is exorbitant compared to, where do we have it now? It's only 63. What did I select there? No, we don't want to make it a flying boat, I'm sorry. Probably want to put armor plates on it though. And we can use this last slot for self-sealing fuel tanks. That does bring the range down, which we don't really want. There's still an upgrade from the old model, which is 1,200 kilometers. And actually, if we find this one here, we can directly compare the stats instead. So we gain a lot of air defense compared to the old model. We gain some air attack. And we lose some agility. That's from putting armor on. We lose 10% there. It weighs a little bit more, of course. We get a little bit more range, more speed. And the rest is about the same, I think. This is just to keep the... it's actually our heavy fighters, but our close air support medium airframes in service. Now we've got too much weight for the thrust. Alright. We need to remove something. We need to remove 7 worth. That was unexpected. That's probably the cannons that made it way too much. Let's put the machine guns back there. Does that help? We've got thruster. That shouldn't make that big a difference, should it? And this one should go. Oh, yeah, for the missions. So it's only 2 that we need to remove. And that means we could remove the... Actually, let's remove the self-sealing fuel tanks and gain that little bit of range back, I think. That's 100 kilometers more range. I think that's a fair trade-off for a little bit of air defense. And we can actually reach our targets instead. And that should bring us up to right at 38 for the close air support missions. So that's fine. Let's get this one into service. And that means we want to obsolete the 88s. While we're at it, we'll just obsolete the BF-110s as well. It's about this time that Germany decided that they're not worth the production and they wanted to use the engines in other aircraft. So let's select this one here. I don't know if... yeah, we're still building them though. Where did it go? Up at the top. And it's changed its image. So we want to Let's pick this one instead. I think that one's a little bit different, but basically the same. So there we go. And we lost a lot of production efficiency on this line. Where do we have factories that are waiting to be assigned for anything? We do have for artillery. Let's just pop that down to 20 for now. I think what we'll do here is I can put another 5 in here, and we will close down this BF110 line. And we'll just stop producing those. So what we're doing is we're kind of consolidating into a little bit fewer designs. We still have 3 fighter designs, mind you. That's a good mix. Then we have the medium ones here, carrier ones, and the naval variants and the strategic bombers. So we also want to redesign the Heinkel 111. And I think that will be the last one here. So on this one we just have the medium bomb base and some extra fuel tanks, radio navigation and bomb sights. And this is what we're using kind of in consort with these for strategic bombing. Once again we need to use the improved one. And we can't really have any other weapons here, unfortunately. Would have liked to have a big bomb bay here. This one is of course also 2-engine. We of course want to give it a name first so you know what I'm actually building here. We're building the Heinkel 177. Let's just put an A there too. We want to get the engines in early of course, so we get the thrust up there. And now all missions have the same here. So this is the same capacity as we had before. We probably want to have we do want to have some extra fuel tanks here as well, just to bring that range up. We need to have some radio navigation, and we need to have bomb sights on here as well. And this gives us another 10 to play with. I think these weigh 5, so we could use more of these. Would be nice if we can. No, we're not allowed to have any more. All right. Well, then we're gonna fill it up with a few more weapons then, I guess. So we need to have some turrets. We don't have any cannon turrets yet, so let's just pop on a whole bunch of heavy machine gun turrets. It should be fine. I think we had 5 turrets on the original design, or 4 turrets and a gunner's position in the gondola here. See if we can find something that actually looks like it. It's a little bit hard from the side views. Oh. I guess we could use the same as we've got on the Heinkel. That's the 4-engine one. Should probably be one of these here, shouldn't it? Let's call it twin tail. I think this is the AR-234. Let's go with the same. There's the Heinkel, just so we have something that we at least can see. They look quite similar anyway. It was a lot bigger, of course, the Heinkel 177. It's kind of a mix between a strategic bomber and a tactical bomber. And we're going to be using it in the strategic role, of course, mostly. As the same as we've been using our Heinkel 111s. How much strategic bombing do we actually get on these? 15.8, that's not too bad. So we'll take that. Now we'll put these into commission. It also means that the Heinkel 111s can be obsoleted. Let's get rid of this and let's swap protection over to the 177. These cost 64 apiece, so they're a little bit more expensive, but they're more survivable and more potent. I think we're gonna keep the rest here. Actually, we could probably ditch these. We shouldn't be getting a very much more interwar fighters to convert. Actually, let's just wait until after the peace conference. We might inherit a bunch from the Soviet Union. Okay, so before we actually start the clock running here, let's just check the war score here. So war participation, we're at 80% here. Everyone else is more or less at 0. Japan, yeah, but this is against both the allies. So we want to check the this one. No, doesn't really matter. These two should be joined in, I think. Oh well, let's just go for the summary of all wars. We have managed to inflict 4.7 million casualties on the Soviet Union. And we've taken from the Soviet Union 2 million. That is a lot of men that have died on this front. What more do we have that we can actually see here that we might want to look at? We don't need to look at anything of that. I can see that their allies haven't pulled that much weight, and neither have ours. Romania's actually been, yes, but we've been using a lot of Romanian and Hungarian troops. Iran, of course, got invaded, so of course they lost a lot on that. Italy's lost a surprising amount, but it's mostly to the United Kingdom. They've probably been, well, in Africa and shipping around on the sea, probably. Vichy France has also lost a surprising amount. Iraq has capitulated. We gotta go there and save them. We'll get to that too. So let's just unpause here and we get into the peace conference. We just need to wait for the massive likes back here at midnight. And there we go. The Soviet Union has capitulated. Adolf Hitler has announced that the cowardly Soviet nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of German forces throughout the country. The Soviet government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and the German Reich is now in control of their home area. And the war against the Comintern is over, despite what this says. We've got them all here in the peace conferences in the background. This is great news. The fight still continues against the Allies, though. We did manage to seize a metric ton of equipment. There's 81,000 infantry equipment here of the HOI4 model, 6.6 thousand support equipment, and if we look in here you can see that we've got even more infantry equipment and support equipment here. I wish they would just kind of consolidate these from different countries so you can see a little bit more how much you've actually got. You can see here among the other things here we've got 2,000 T-34s, we've got 6,000 artillery, 1,500 improved anti-tank, 1,500 improved anti-air, and then we've got a 700 advanced anti-tank there, 350 medium tank destroyers. So this goes on down here. We've got a few motorized rocket artilleries and a couple of aircraft here and there and 100 trains and whatnot. So this is a great haul, and we're going to check the logistics tabs once the peace conference is over. And I'm going to do the peace conference in a separate video, as I said. It's going to be about 10 minutes long, so if you want to see the peace conference, you know where to find it. It'll be uploaded at the same time as this video. Otherwise, I will be back in about 2 seconds with a summary of the peace conference instead. Okay, so the peace conference here is done, and you can see here that we've kept everything in here. We're going to release Ukraine and Ostland as separate entities. Romania did get a little bit of territory back here. They have fought by our side quite valiantly. Finland, and they are our puppet for that matter too. Finland is not our puppet, but they do have fought valiantly and they did not surrender. I gave them Murmansk as a reward and they got back Sala and Karjala. We released Karelia as a separate entity here as our puppet. We gave Iran Turkmenistan down here, and not as a puppet though, but the territory. They get to administer a little bit of territory up here. As they didn't do too well, but at least they didn't capitulate, and there's always that. And we got a bunch of puppets here. We got Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and then we got Xinjiang and Mongolia. Tanutuva has been annexed. And we've got the Far Eastern Republic over here and the Sakha Republic. And we've got Tamia, and we've got the Armenian, and we've got Nenetisha. And of course we also grabbed the navy from the Soviet Union, the Parishkaya Komuna and the Kirov. And that's about it. We're gonna have to do a little bit of reorganizing once we're out of this peace conference. Okay, so let's get out of this screen and actually let's get on with the game. So we got a lot of puppets here, and we've seized a lot of equipment. Let's just have a quick pause there. We got a bunch of military units here that don't really know where to go. We still have a fight here with the UK. I think what we're going to do is, we've got all of these divisions, maybe we put them, kind of want to split them up. We want to divert, we're probably going to divert the Heeresgruppe A to this front. Let's make sure that we press shift there. And we're going to see how supply is here. We probably need to help Iran build up the supply network at a high priority. Actually, before we start reorganizing all of our troops, let's check the military factories. So we've got about 33 military factories here, which is very nice. And let's see if we can find... we do want to... we can see the garrison equipment or garrison needs are going to be going up quite a lot. Now we don't have any carrier naval bombers, we know that. I get distracted sometimes. Yes, so we have loads of free military factories now. We're going to release Ostland and Ukraine. We will lose a little bit of military factories on this, but I do think in the long run they're going to be better off as puppets for us. So let's release Ostland and let's release Ukraine. And they are part of our country, but not really. Let's actually get rid of all of these. And we're not releasing this one yet. We've got loads of new things to do down here. We're not going to bother with those. And we can actually proclaim the Greater German Reich as well. That might be something we do in the start of the next episode, so it doesn't fall into the middle of an episode. We can add steel. We should probably have enough materials. Now you can see here with our resources now we've got more than enough of lots of things. We're probably going to have to check on these in a second anyway. Let's get rid of a little bit of them. We should be pretty self-sufficient on most of everything. Yeah, we probably can't remove them all. But we'll start that way and we'll see where we end up. And yeah, you can see our total factory count has gone down, but we still have a bunch of free factories, so that's good. Let's check our logistics tabs and see what we're missing. So even after getting all of these foreign equipments, you can see we're 100,000 plus now on infantry equipment. So that is really good. We just needed to beat them there. The light self-propelled artillery we could add more factories to. We're going to increase the amount of bombers and fighters we build, I think. And same thing with heavy fighters here. We can increase production of the tactical bombers. They are close air support. And light tanks. We probably got a bunch of light tanks here, but you can see the speed of these 5 kilometers per hour there and 7 here. Most of ours are up to 8 kilometers per hour. On that one side, the BT5s are actually okay. The T26s and the FTs and the LTZs. Why are these slow? The Panzer Es. Oh yeah, because this one doesn't take into account doctrine. We could probably increase the speed of the Panzer Es as well. I wonder maybe we can convert something. We can convert... Let's just put the conversion on there. We're gonna add a few more factories to this. We do have a pretty big deficit there. Artillery we are on upgrading, so that is fine now. Maybe we should have enough artillery to add it back to the coast divisions. I'm not sure we actually want to use all of these foreign tanks. Let's add conversion onto these as well. That's loads of Panzer IVs we can just convert and upgrade into. Question is, maybe we want to... the basics we can make into tank destroyers instead. Yeah, I think that's probably more worth it. We can convert a bunch of the T32s and A20s and other crap we've captured there. We should be upgrading these as well, not the tank destroyers. We want to make Bisons of them instead, I think. Yeah, that's fine. I've got a bunch of aircraft here we can convert into Pocket-Wolves. We just take this as a small one. Yeah, -2 isn't going to do anything, is it? Probably have something... yeah, let's do that so we get some of them up. Oh, wait. We'll scavenge the parts and make rocket aircraft instead. That makes more sense. Oh, we can convert loads of these as well. That's worth it. We'll just try to... oh, good thing we kept this one on. We got a few of these interwar ones we can convert as well. Yeah, let's just put them on conversion, all of these things. We get rid of all of this equipment that we don't really want to use. Put it on there as well. Crusader, basic medium tanks. Could you use the Crusaders as well? AA1, yeah. Okay. We do want to increase our production of... let's increase our truck production a bit. We've got 3 more factories. Let's put them straight into armored cars. We're gonna need a lot of armored cars once we start flipping over here. Hopefully we shouldn't be needing very much more there. What do we have in our repair queue? Yeah, we need to check our fleet here, what we actually captured from the Soviets. And that should be the production all set up for now. We've increased light tanks, we're converting the self-propelled ones. Could probably put a few more factories there as well. Anti-air we're still missing. Okay, so let's actually put another one here on anti-air. Let's go down to the self-propelled artillery and add 2 more factories there as well. Construction, yeah, we need to go into railways. You can see that the supply hubs here are... we probably don't actually want to bring... first starting just by moving it down the old way. We do want to make sure that we have a supply network that can actually support attacks here. You can see they just got everything back from them, but we're gonna need to fix up this one, and I would have liked to press the correct button there, so I got it off the top. Azerbaijan to, yeah, that should be it. Increase priority. Okay, so that should fix that up at least. We of course need to repair all of these railways, and our supply is coming from Berlin, so we're probably going to want to... if I actually press... no, we need to be in here. And if I shift click this one here, it should be able to upgrade this entire route down to number, or to 3. I was kind of hoping they'd end up at the top of the queue. This one seems to be a little bit excessive. Milervo. Okay, no, these are repairing railways. They can repair themselves. So we desperately need to get, well, want to get level 3 up. We probably want to have another supply hub somewhere around here as well. It would be nice if we could just build a port somewhere here, but what's Tabriz here? It's probably a decent location. Oh, let's build a supply hub there. Control click to get it to the top of the queue. Railways, we do want to hook it up. We need to start on the supply hub or a railway. Let's branch it up from there. And we got to hold control down so it ends up at the bottom of the queue, of course. This one's going to take quite a long time. We probably want to have some kind of radar going around here as well. I think it'll be most useful for us here. Let's get that one up to the top of the queue. It might help us down here a little bit. And do we have anything else? Oh, we can probably upgrade a few of these. No, we can't. They are perfectly upgraded. And this one we could upgrade. It is an Italian station, but let's make sure that when the Italians are building, of course we're gonna make sure that they get the latest one. Supply hub there is the most important. And I think we'll put the radar stations below the railroads. And we'll have to upgrade these probably to level 3 as well. How are the... Yeah, we probably should be building a railway down here as well. We'll do the same thing, we'll hold control down there and we'll see if we can hook it up to these larger ports down here. That should help us, or maybe help out the Italians a little bit here as well. We do want to have this one quite high up so we can actually connect our supply networks. And that should be fine. We've got our transport wings here. Maybe we don't need to drop air supplies here. Oh, they've got loads of experience. Was thinking maybe we could make... we can see if we can make an aerial assault here on Cyprus. We do have... I don't think we've got... Yeah, we've got air superiority. I don't... No, here. Yeah, we do have air superiority. And we do have some close air support. Ground missions. They can actually go that far. But we could move... Oh, these are... these here. We can move them up as well, I think. Yeah, we can move them up when it comes to time. 68. Well, we probably should expand this airfield then. Let's put that one quite high up in the queue as well, since we are already over the limit there. Let's see if we want to bring our paratroopers. There's only 5 of them left. Oh yeah, one got destroyed, I think. And let's just put them here for now, so that they redeploy down there. This one is... Why are you called just brigade? Oh, you're a mountaineer. So you have... Well, let's retrain you to paratroopers then. We've got loads of things now. That's fine. I will assign you down here too. This one could probably be... Could probably make this one, because this one's the kind of crap division. We have been using it quite a lot. I wonder if they've got any kind of history. No, not really. They just rushed into Denmark. Yeah, alright, so we should probably just set these troops up in Europe for now. We don't really have anywhere else to have them. We can't use them all anyway, so let's garrison all of Europe with them. And make sure that we are secure. And this is the army that's probably going to go to Britain. And we've got the SS divisions here and a bunch of these other ones. We could probably start to upgrade them as well. Yeah, no, we downgraded a few of these. We could upgrade them again, I think, to full width divisions. And we made this smaller division just because we were running out of infantry equipment. So we could bring them back to the full standard again. And let's see first if we can go into the garrison divisions. I think we've got enough to... We definitely want to add on artillery here again. Now that we have the artillery. That's 2,000, we have loads of it. Question is, do we want to add some more infantry equipment or infantry to them as well. So we have them in the field. That's 200,000. We're going to need to expand these up a little bit so that they cover the entire coast as well. We have everything we need for this. And this is a much more robust garrison division. And I think it's about now that we start getting some threat of actually being invaded. Now we're going to swap everyone back to infantry division 39 there as well. All of these go back to the old template. That's a little bit of clicking, but not that much. And they're all kind of in need of reorganization. Actually, we could use... I'm thinking for... Maybe we should have just gone down to the smaller width division for the one that's going to go into Africa here. Yeah, so I think we're going to select all of these and we're going to go with the 44 instead. So we need loads of anti-tank. Oh yeah, we put anti-tank in this. Well, that's fine. That's probably one of the things that we did there. But that's okay. Well, we'll keep those there and we'll make... Not those. Oh, that sucks. But if I just put these up here for now, we can select all of these divisions. This was the quick way of doing it, of course. And we'll have the ones that are guarding Europe here in the proper one. The question is, do we want to put them under modal instead? We got Rundstedt, who will be going into this direction. We just need to actually secure some... Yes, that's fine. You just go into here somewhere for now. Yeah, that should be fine. And these are the ones that are going to be... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I put the garrison division, garrison order on the wrong army. Let's just select something here. Defense in depth, I guess. This is just so that we don't suffer any attrition from them. So we just spread them out a little bit. And once it comes time to actually attack somewhere, we will do that. Or maybe we can turn something off here. Yeah, like that one. 120, yeah, that's perfect. There's 96 of them. It's not perfect. Get the air bases off. And I want to have them on the Coast Guard. Victory points, air bases. Yeah, that's good. And all of these are going to be going into this direction too, I think. We might actually want to put a few garrisons up around there. And I think maybe we want to split off the garrisons into 2 different garrison armies. So that we have a separate one for the Soviet Union. I probably need to build a few more of these. Let's get this one up to 24 and... Doesn't really matter, we'll get those out there soon enough. I think we need to guard this border, otherwise someone will come in here. So let's just send these off here for now. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty bad place to be in. Let's send half of these off to this border here. Just so that we have them somewhere there. And let's see if we can select them again. I'll put the other bunch just somewhere around there. And let's keep these on this border. I'm not too bothered about these. No, this army, I mean. I don't mind if these suffer a little bit of attrition. I don't want the main forces, of course, to suffer attrition. I think all of these divisions here need to reorganize a little bit. Let's just pop them into a kind of general area around Moscow. something like so. Let's spread them out. We could probably send Rommel back down to Africa. He's been up and helped in Russia, so let's send him back down to this side of Africa. We'll have a few more down here. And we probably want to send one of these back to Europe just in case. Oh. Oh, I wanted to toggle these. Control. Yeah, so that we've got a bunch here that are open for repairs that we probably don't want to have in repairs. While we're in here in the fleet, you can see that this is the fleet that we captured from the Soviets. That's a lot of submarines. You can see where they were going. But they're mostly submarine 1s and submarine 2s. And on the submarine... Oh, I don't think we can actually change the icons on them, can we? We're going to find a use for all of these. We just let them repair. I think the Parishkaya Kommuna is a very slow battleship compared to even our slow ones, which would be the Scharnhorst are probably the slowest. And the battle cruisers, they shouldn't be too bad. At 34 knots. So that it's probably there. This one's going to be quite slow, isn't it? 28. And the Blucher is 34. And we've got a pretty fast fleet. Maybe the Hindenburgs and Bismarcks maybe slowest ones. No, 33. No, so all of our ships are very fast. We don't want them in this fleet. So we're going to use it in the main one. With the Kirov here. But this one keeps up with our fleet. And I don't think we can actually look here. We can upgrade them. Can we upgrade this one? But if we had a design, we could. We can convert it to a cruiser. Or a carrier. I'm just going to try to press this button, see what happens. Yeah, nothing. No, we're going to let all of these repair though. Maybe these could. No, we're not allowed to do anything with them. That's a little bit of a shame, but it's the way it is. That's just a raider can be in charge of these for now. We will find a good use for them. I'll probably merge them up with this one, which is it's going to be the invasion fleet. Okay, we actually got a few submarines here too. It does look like it's our submarines that have been... Because they're not allowed to pass through here, are they? Maybe they can. Good. I think we probably want to disable these ports here as well. I don't think we want to have any submarines locked into the Black Sea. We'll do it that way. I wonder... Do we have anything from Ukraine here? I don't think so. Yeah, because they don't have a core on Crimea for whatever reason, right? Yeah, it's really weird, but it's the way it is. They should really have... Ukraine should have a core on Crimea and Krasnodar, Rostov and Belgorod. At the very least. I mean, they do have Stanislavov up here. No, not Stanislavov. They've got Bukovina, I think. It's a core of Ukraine too. Or maybe it's this one here. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's just let the clock run a bit and let the troops run around. Oh, and yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of these Lendis that get cancelled. And they now see that we've got plenty of new factories. So we actually got... And now our puppets factories have been accounted for. And we've still got one unassigned. Oh yeah, we can do to increase our aircraft production of all kind of matters. Let's put some more into medium bombers here. Thought I put 5 more in there. Let's put one more into these as well. Yeah, let's start out there. How are we doing for resources? Are we trading too much again? Yes. We can get rid of a little bit more. Tungsten. Still, oh yeah, it's because we are converting quite a lot of equipment right now. Oh, there we go. At least we're not wasting the civilian factories. We need those desperately to increase everything here. Going to be a few more days. Let's bump the speed up so we actually get somewhere. Right at the moment we are in a little bit of a lull. We just need to redeploy everyone. Yeah, don't know what we're going to do with the SS divisions here. They might be fighting down here too, actually. They've got a lot of punching power for their weight. Yeah, I think we're going to go in with them in here. Let's pre-position them somewhere around here. We can move them down to this army so that we know in the general vicinity where they are. Yeah. We don't really need all of this Lend-Lease. Finland wants to send us 4 divisions. Why do you want to send us 4 divisions? Because you don't know what to do with them. We will take them. They are infantry template 2, all of them. And just infantry, no support whatsoever. They weren't the best divisions, but let's chuck them in there. No, we can't actually have them there. Oh, we can have them as... we can put them on this. Because these are larger ones with artillery, I think. Yeah, let's get these. How many provinces do we need to guard? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So let's use these Romanian divisions, and that was from the Netherlands, I think. Don't think we really need these anywhere else. Let's pop them into... No, we can't convert them into anything either. Let's put them into a separate army for now. Do we have any spare commanders? Yeah, it can be under Vlasov, who has the cowed by Stalin trait. They are completely useless under him, I guess. I was just thinking we can put them... can have them guarding the border here with the... Not everything. Yes, they need to guard everything. Yes, so we have them somewhere around there. And of course, these are going to be yellow expeditionaries. Good. More free factories. I thought we... I don't know where we're getting all these factories from, but I am happy for them. Okay, so let's increase rocket aircraft production. We're not going to increase these too much because we're going to make a shift over to jet fighters soon. Anti-tank. Yeah, we probably need some more anti-tank. Let's just put a few more factories into that. Can have 2 more here too. I don't think we need very many there. We are converting loads of them at the moment. We do need... light tanks should solve itself. Artillery we have enough of. Anti-air we should have enough of. Let's put another 5 into here at least. Don't think we actually need to be producing these old rifles anymore. Now we've got a good stockpile and we have a massive production of the new ones. Let's remove those from there. Let's add some more factories to trucks just so that we actually don't run out of them. I wonder why this one is yellow. I could probably increase our large airframe production a little bit more. And these don't have very long range either, do they? They actually have 2,000 kilometers. Or we should probably have a maritime patrol aircraft instead. Maybe add a little bit more to that. Let's see if we can build one. We've got the... And this is a real waste of resources, but it is a little bit fun. Let's grab the Well, okay, there we got this one. We're gonna use torpedoes. Don't need to have as many of these on. I think we're just gonna put on some pair of heavy machine guns. Non-strategic materials might be good. We don't need bomb sites. We do want it to be a flying boat, I guess. No. We want to have extra fuel tanks. Can we fly with this? No. A 64. That is an expensive one. Maybe we can have more bombs on this one. I could have even more fuel tanks. And you can still fly? 66. No. We need to get rid of these. Let's make them into light turrets. And then you should fly. We're gonna see if we can get these out a little bit further. And there we go. And this is of course the, if you haven't guessed it already, Focke-Wulf. I don't actually know the numbers, it's 200. A Condor. Let's check that a little bit quickly. Yeah, it's the 200. And this will just give us a long-range aircraft that can help us with dealing with enemy submarines and things, or enemy fleets. We will put this one a little bit on the back burner though. Let's put 5 factories into these, see if we can get up one air wing running off them at least. Because they can reach probably out to this region and provide air cover. It does look like the Italians are doing quite a good headway here now. We're fighting American convoys. You can see the Americans have started landing Marines here now. That means it's probably time for us to start thinking about this, but I think we need some proper landing divisions for that. We've already built the floating harbors. Let's unpause so we actually get somewhere. Where are you? Oh yeah, you're in. I can probably move you down here instead. No, I think that's fine. Of course, we can't hold this if anything happens. Oh, and I think I know what this is. It was not what I expected, actually. We got a unit from Xinjiang. Let's chuck it into this one. No, let's actually put it down here. See if we can stabilize this front. Okay, so we finished expanding the dockyard facilities. Gives us 2 more dockyards. Not that much in the whole scheme of things. Nuclear and rocketry technology would be nice to grab. That could give us, once the jet engines are done, we can go for rocket engines too. I don't think it's worth the going down for these. But getting, I would actually like to try the guided anti-ship missiles, so they would be fun. I've never used them in the game. But let's go for that. But we can do another focus before that. Guess we could reintegrate the Alsace-Lorraine and Luxembourg. It's two more states we don't need to use any, or just add this one. Production costs for submarines. No, let's reintegrate Luxembourg and Alsace-Lorraine. And they will change a little bit of names. And then we can go for the research bonus for rocketry, since we don't actually need that one just yet. Let's see if we're actually getting the Finnish divisions over there. Where are you? Okay, now you're far, far, far away. There's a lot of place to go. Of course, this usually happens on places where you border a new puppet state. But they should really crush these. They probably don't have any supply over in this region either. We probably should start building a supply hub over. We've got the port here. We probably need a supply hub up north here somewhere as well. Where is the supply coming? Yeah, they've got a supply hub right there. And this is all mountains. We do need to hook these ports up, I think, by rail. And we should probably be building a supply hub somewhere up north here. Let's start building another supply hub there. And I probably want to go more inland route here. There we go. And I forgot to hold control, so these ones ended up quite far way down. And they're not too super important, but let's get them going. I've got all of this going. I've got loads of civilian factories again, so that's something the Soviets did correctly. I've got more free factories. This is probably one we built. What can we throw you into? Is there anything we actually need? That's gonna make some fun things there too, I think. We could do with more of these Heinkels as well. Let's just put more into rocket aircraft. We're producing at least a few every day now. And they should of course be in here. We should be prioritizing going into these here. Now we're starting to get them in here. You can see the range is shrinking. We have 6 to 17 of them. They should be doing a decent amount of damage to these. Of course, we don't get any superiority at all for running interception missions. But yeah, we should probably stop flying air superiority over here. That's just wasting oil. We don't need to do close air support around here either. And interception, not going to be doing anything like that. Logistic strikes, we do have to divert some air resources down here. And that's going to have to be our little bit longer range ones. These are our Heinkels. So we probably want to put one of these Heinkels to a specialized air wing so that it retains the 111s while the other one can start going over to the new models. I'm thinking down here, Stavropol. Let's get all of those into the same one. And then we have the old bombers down here. Let's fly them down there. They can fly into central. That was a weird air zone. At least that's a decent place to deploy them from for that. I wanted to get the heavy fighters down here. There we go. Because I think that these can be quite useful down here. Let's just move them down there for now, so we have them in a big airport. And then we're going to start replacing all of these with, well, not these, because these have a different set of missions. But we'll do the same thing here. Let's keep 2 of these as specialized, and the other 2 can start converting over to the new models. I don't think they've already started getting some of them. Okay, well then it doesn't matter. They will all kind of slowly switch over. No, we can do it this way instead. And then these 2 will only get reinforcements now with aircraft that have been removed from these. We've got these here, they can fly there instead. And we need to have 2 of them down there, I think. Fly 2 of the wings down this way, and they can be in here. And 1 can be there, and let's split these up instead. We probably don't want to use these down here, we'll just use some proper aircraft instead. Let's just fly them up there, and let's use 2 of these wings. And we'll fly them that way, I think. And we've got close air support, interception, and logistic strikes going in both of these air zones. These can stay down here, and they can just go to there, I think. Yeah, that's fine. And what more did we get here? Another division. Let's get you on here. We might need to get these up this direction too, actually. Yeah, let's reassign them there and see if we can push them back. Oh, I need to unpause for anything to happen. Any bigger combats going on out here? Oh, there we go. Yes, convoys. Following the stunning victory of German forces, the time has come to destroy the last vestiges of Bolshevism rule in Europe. Even now, the names of Stalin and Lenin disgrace two major cities in the new German Lebensraum, mocking the soldiers who gave their lives to take them. The Association of Veterans of the Weltkrieg had presented the government with a suggestion to rectify this horrible state of affairs. Let us honor the heroes of the last war. So of course we're gonna rename Stalingrad to Hindenburg and Leningrad to Ludendorff. Because what else would they be called, right? This is, well, guess that one could be called Nguyen instead, but and they're starting to push out a lot more divisions here anyway. Hungary's got something in there. I just want to see some troops get to the border here. Yeah, good. We are moving in there. Move up. Now let's see. Okay, and the Iranians are moving up here too. That seems like a tough one to win, but we don't have any supply here, so it's not that weird. I don't know if the level 1 railway is going to help here either to remove this kind of shipping thing. Yeah, you guys go on this line as well. I think they're just pushing them out now so that they don't... Well, they must have had them close to finishing. And they of course were a nation before. Oh, we sunk the Quincy. So by submarine as well, so that's good. Convoys. Oh, we lost the submarine. We are building new submarines, so. Down here we've got a little bit bigger. I fought an American fleet and sunk it, the entire thing. I sunk 2 submarines here as well. Let's get rid of these. We'll have a look later on at the state of naval affairs. We do have some space here. Why aren't we allowed to make a new wing here? There we are. Nord-Pas-de-Calais. That's not the right one. We are in Brittany here. We want to be there. I'm just going to see if we've actually got any of the... not tactical bombers. Naval bombers. They show up there? No. So many here. No, we haven't actually gotten any of those yet. Good. And we're gonna have to move some submarines up here. Why do you have that one on? No mission set. You should be... Oh, you were... because you were off repairing, right? And you guys were also off repairing. Okay, so let's put you down there and you should find a new fleet to join. It's missing things of your type. Yeah, there we go. And all of these ended up in Wilhelmshaven? Yes. And why aren't you down here? Because you have no mission set. Well, I got a mission for you. You need to... Well, first of all, we're gonna do it this way. And we're gonna move out to there. The submarines should be able to pass. Why aren't you allowed to go? If we shift click. Actually, we own the entire way around here, so shouldn't be any issues. Okay, let's start by going down there. I was thinking some more convoys around here. We're finding the task forces. Enemy commando raid captures radar equipment. Reports about an enemy raid has arrived, indicating that a small enemy force attacked one of our radar installations. Following a spirited but ultimately unsuccessful defense by the garrison, the enemy force took control of the installation for a short period of time, before an immediate, vigorously executed counterattack drove them back to the beach, where they hastily boarded landing craft and departed. A thorough inspection of the radar installation revealed that a number of components had been removed, and the roll count revealed that one of the radar technicians was absent, possibly having been abducted by the enemy raiders. What a cowardly way to wage war. This probably means that they have... I will have to see what we can do about these later on. This probably means that they have successfully launched an intel mission against us and managed to capture some equipment. We should probably start preparing this one. We have loads of operatives now that are out of work. Let's just put these two in there. Commencement ready. I actually have enough to, if we have something that doesn't we do have two operatives that are not being used. Guess we could start. No, we can't do the same against America just yet. We've got 40, not 50. Yeah. We could infiltrate the British Navy though. So let's get someone working on that. Perfect. We might as well use that one. We have it over there. We don't have any cryptography going. We're probably going to need to start working on America. 30 days. No, we can reveal it as 600 days. Maybe we need to do something about our decryption again and encryption. And let's start with that. Okay, so it does look like we are kind of in control here again. It's not really our troops, but have a few here. Push into there and see if we can move back. So it would be good if we can just hold this kind of region here with just two zones. Or if we can push them back down there would be even better, of course. We're gonna deal with the aircraft in the next episode, I think. Because I think this has been a very weird episode. I'm not really sure how long it has been. But it's been a lot of fixing, and I'm sorry for that, but that's what happens when you capitulate a big country. You kind of need to reorganize and refix everything. So next episode we're gonna proclaim the Greater German Reich and continue to wage war down here in Central Asia and Africa and Arabia. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.